What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. I am Nick here with Ryan and Ty.
What's up? What up?
It's time for some Linkin Park.
LP, baby.
Now, Ryan, you were going to bring them to the channel.
I was.
But I was like, you got to let me handle this one.
You got to open with this one.
I have my reasons, and I'll let you know after the song. So, obviously, we all heard of this band.
Yeah, of course.
Linkin Park is an American rock band from Agora Hills, California. The band's current lineup comprises vocalist / rhythm guitarist / keyboardist Mike Shinoda, lead guitarist Brad Delson, bassist Dave Farrell, DJ / turntablist Joe Hahn, and drummer Rob Borden, all of whom are founding members. Vocalist Mark Wayfield and, of course, Chester Bennington are former members of the band. Categorized as alternative rock, Linkin Park's earlier music spanned a fusion of heavy metal and hip-hop, while their later music features more electronica and pop elements. Formed in 1996, they rose to international fame with their debut studio album, Hybrid Theory. They have released 7 studio albums, won 2 Grammys, and have sold over 100 million records. In 2017, Chester Bennington committed suicide, which was a sad day. It was all over social media. The band has essentially been on a hiatus since then. Shinoda has said that they don't have the math worked out yet, so that's understandable. So I just thought it was right that we would start off with the first song on the first album, and that song is Papercut. We've all heard this. We've all heard this entire album, right?
I don't know if Ryan's heard this.
Really?
I can't guarantee that.
Woo! Okay, then. I don't know how, but, I mean, you've surprised me more times.
This was not mainstream.
This song?
No.
Yeah.
This was not on the radio.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No.
I know it's actually categorized as a hit, though. Like, if you look on, based on my research.
But there's other songs on this album.
But it did not. Radio play, though? I don't know.
No.
I'm not
I
really
had
sure.
never heard this on the radio.
Chester Bennington stated that this was one of his favorite Linkin Park songs. In 2007, when performing the song live at a concert in Melbourne, part of the performance was for Chester to jump on the stage, but he got his foot caught in a step, and he fell backwards and he broke his wrist. He and the band decided that his wrist will just be as broken now as it will be in an hour. Jesus so Christ. He sang through the rest of the concert with a broken wrist. So I thought that was pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of when Dave Grohl fell off the stage and then he finished the concert. We're not going to do the video. I just think it's unnecessary. It's just my opinion. As I mentioned earlier, this is from the debut studio album Hybrid Theory, released in 2000. Mike Shinoda illustrated the album artwork.
Really?
Apparently he was a graphic designer before a musician. This album went 12 times platinum.
Yeah. This has no skips.
Groundbreaking album.
This is just, you play it all the way through, and it's fire all the way through.
I guess this will be a reaction.
It is a reaction.
I didn't see it coming, but Ryan's Ryan. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is Linkin Park, Papercut.
Face that I watch every time I lie. Face that laughs every time I fall. Everything. So I know that when it's time to sink or swim, the face inside is hearing me right underneath my skin. It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath my skin. I know I've got a face in me, points out all my mistakes to me.
Oh, you gotta let me geek out on this song, boy. Oh, boy. It just brings back memories.
Yes.
It instantly takes me back. And Mike is actually rapping.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't like, the new metal thing where it's like, we got the flow, the pace, the rhythm. It's like, no, I'm actually rapping. And him along with Chester singing, like, it shouldn't have worked, but it just did work. I mean, those two, their chemistry, man, it was so good. They just played off each other so well. You know, he's rapping, but it's also melodic. And I like how he kind of goes on that little pre-chorus run there. Kind of just like a nice assist to Chester.
Oh, yeah.
Just a nice oop. And then the chorus is kind of like rap in quicksand. Kind of typical for nu metal, but still, I mean, it gets you jumping. And then when he says, beneath my skin, you know, it kind of reminds me of Jonathan Davis from Korn, how he would just kind of like really dig deep and, you know, kind of have that roar. But this is more of like a vocal fry.
Yeah.
Like we heard Devin Townsend, that, like Chester was just so good at that. And I like how, you know, he's not showing you the full repertoire.
Oh, yeah.
In that case, you know, you're just getting a taste. It's just a little teaspoon. So you really haven't heard this, Ryan?
No. Never heard of this.
Goodness gracious.
This is a banger.
The first track. Tide, does this bring back memories?
Yeah, just sitting in the room. Just listen. We had the CD, you know. We popped in the CD. And we would just bang.
Yeah. And I don't know if you can hear in the background that sample, the synth or whatever. It's... it kind of reminds me of like an 80s horror movie. You know, it's very dark, very shadowy. And then you hear that ding, 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 a ding, a ding, a ding, a ding. I always thought that was guitar, but I think that actually is just a synth that Shinoda came up with. And I consider that the main theme of this. And when I hear that play, it just feels like the stakes are high. But you're right, it just makes me miss my old stereo system.
Yeah.
Good times.
So I know that when it's time to sink or swim, the face inside is hearing me right underneath my skin. It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath my skin. I know I've got a face in me, points out all my mistakes to me. You got a face on the inside too. Your paranoia is probably worse. I don't know what set me off first, but I know what I can't stand. Everybody likes it. The fact of the matter is I can't add up to what you can, but everybody has a face that they hold inside. Face that awakes when I close my eyes. Face that watches every time they lie. Face that laughs every time they fall. So you know that when it's time to sink or swim, that the face inside is watching you too, right inside your skin. It's like I'm paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath the skin. It's like I'm paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath my skin. The face inside is right beneath the skin. The face inside is right beneath the skin. The face inside is right beneath the skin. The sun goes down. I feel the light betray me. The sun goes down. I feel the light betray me. It's like I'm paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath the skin. It's like I'm paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath my skin.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm used to it going directly
Into the next song.
Dun, 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 dun. Man, that's how you kick off a career. Kind of a beautiful, tragic, just epic ending. You know, it's a perfect representation of someone who just can't seem to help themselves. You know, this song is obviously about paranoia. Papercut could just be a working title. But, you know, when you think of a papercut, it's an irritation. You know, it's a sharp pain that just doesn't go away lightly. I mean, I hate paper cuts because I mean it's just a slow burn.
It's
and
terrible.
It just stays there. I agree with Chester. This is one of my favorite Linkin Park songs. You know, I feel like you get nearly everything in here that makes them great. I didn't really mention the guitars, but I feel like the guitars on this, you just needed to be loud and emotive. And that's all they were. You know, it's not only a quintessential Linkin Park track, but for the genre itself. You know, it's a fantastic introduction. You know, they came in, they were like, we're going to take all of our influences and make this just sort of hybrid breed of music. You know, rock, metal, punk, hip-hop, industrial, alternative, new metal. We're going to jam all those together and it's just going to work. You know, they made multiple genres mesh well, which hasn't been achieved by many. And that's why you go 12 times platinum on your debut album, because you appeal to several different walks of life. Yes, it was the right place and right time. Man, this was just a breakthrough in music.
Yeah, this one you have to turn it up all the way. I cannot listen to this one without blasting. I don't know what it is, but like this whole album is just on blast. You can't listen to it any other way. Yeah. And they're very versatile. Linkin Park, very versatile. They switch their sound so many times. And it's always been good. But this is my favorite version.
Oh yeah.
This first album is the best version of Linkin Park, and it's fire.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's a good song. It's like one of those ones, like, if you play it, I'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to search for anything. But I do like how they're versatile, though, because you could tell, like, this is something they've planned out for a while. This is like the first song. This is like the first album they ever made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
First song.
You could tell, like, they've had work, like, they've practiced. You know, and then they did this, because for a first song, it's pretty good.
Yeah, first song, yeah.
Yeah, because usually when people have first songs, you could tell it's like kind of rough.
It's like it's a climb
right
before they get there. They just came through the gate.
Like, this whole album, this is the perfect starter song.
Right.
It just sets the tone.
And the Chester dude, I really like him. Oh. I wonder if does he have a song by himself where he leads more?
Oh, yeah.
He's got a ton of songs.
Especially later on, especially.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do like his ad-libs in the back behind Mike and stuff. I like Mike, too. I like how he can do rapping, but he can be melodic at the same time, which switches it up, which makes it fresh. Yep. And I like the bridge that Chester did, too, when it's about where it's slowed down to, you know,
the sun goes down.
I like that, too. Yeah. I thought that was pretty good. So I think it's a good song. I don't know if it make players for me, but it's a good song, though.
I feel like if you've actually listened to this whole album, you'd be like, oh, this just fit. Like, it's just a perfect fit.
I think it's because the only songs I have heard, it doesn't sound like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. So this is different for me when it comes from Linkin Park.
Yeah, those are more radio-oriented, like Todd said.
Yeah.
And this one's, it's just not. Just getting back to, like, why this band is so important to me, I remember when I was probably, I don't know, 3rd or 4th grade, and I would hear my friends talk about them. Like, do you like Linkin Park? And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't even know music. But I think, like, somebody, I guess, gave it to the teacher and they were playing it in gym class. And I could, like, hear it, but not really. But I was, like, intrigued. Like, and again, like, all my closest friends, they were saying, like, how much they liked this band. And I was like, well, I got to get this album. So I guess...
We had a CD, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I asked Mom or your dad, like, you know, can you buy me this record?
Yeah.
So this was essentially the first album I ever owned.
Yeah, that is true.
I had like the Now CDs. I don't know if you guys remember that. All the pop hits from the year.
That's what I call music.
Yeah, Now 3, Now 4, Now 5. We had all of those.
Yeah, we collected those things.
And that's like really the only music I knew was that in country and like maybe, again, some little classic rock here and there, but that's all our parents listened to.
Yeah.
So...
The Nows were versatile, though. They did keep different genres.
Oh, no, the Nows were cool.
They didn't have just one genre. They tried to throw in a little extra here and there.
The Nows were cool, but just try to envision, like, you're 11, 12 years old. You haven't heard much different music at all, like I said. And then you pop this in, and you're like, what is this?
Very different.
At the time, it's like, I don't know what this is, but I like it. It's giving me energy. It makes me bounce off the walls.
And we did bounce off the walls.
And I would play this so many times on that stereo. And it was like the only CD I really had other than the Now CDs.
We kept that thing.
And I would just play it over and over and over again. It's like this is when I first loved music. You know, they just opened me to a new world. And for that reason, they'll always hold a special place in my heart. And I know I'm not alone in that. Like, if you're around my age, even y'all's ages too, but especially my age, like, you grew up with this band. I guarantee you love this band in some shape or form. So yeah, their lasting impact, it still reverberates with me to this day. So let us know what band or artist did that for you. Who was your first love? Who made you love music? But we're definitely going to get back to Linkin Park. honestly took us too long to get here. Groundbreaking album, first song, everything about it just perfect. I mean, admittedly I'm biased, but just go along with it. It's perfect. That's it, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, and as always, please tell us your views.
Thank you for subscribing and clicking that bell.
Peace out.
Find your dreams come true.